Today is the 8th day of the Devi Puja, and on this day, the power of Kali acts, and she is the one called as Samhara Kali, meaning the one who destroys all the evil forces. So it is a very good day that we have a puja here in England. I'm very happy about it. I expect it in my purse, I think. So, where is she? She's got it. Now, I was thinking that I should talk to the UK Sahajogis because very important. I'll be completing now 16 years of my stay in UK, and I've really found such love and such goodness about you people. Now, next year I will not be staying here because my husband is going to be transferred. And of course, I'll be coming back, and for a month or so I could be with you, maybe much more closer than I've been so far. But there's something that I think I should warn you people, because now I'm receiving lots of letters about Gavin, asking why Gavin has become like that, what's gone wrong with him. Perhaps everybody seems to be quite frightened to see these things happening, and to some other Sahajogis also. Because in other countries, when the Sahajogis go out of Sahajoga, they don't get after me, or they don't get after Sahajoga or Sahajogis, but they think there's something wrong with them and they feel very sorry and keep out. But why is it that Gavin has become so adamant and is becoming so much against us, and I'm told he's supplying information to some horrible organizations and things like that? I mean, I don't know how to explain human behavior. It's difficult, because when you have found out something so great and if you cannot value it, what happens? Why? So I feel that English have so many great qualities among them, because at the time of crisis, they are the ones who have always stood up. Because of them, we could avert the war. Second World War was averted because of them. Not only that, but also they work out things at the nick of the time, whenever it is necessary. And their whole style is very quiet, and they show results at the right time. That's a fact, no doubt, one has to accept it. All these qualities are there, but I think there are certain other things which are crawled up, and maybe that's one of the reasons we have to guard against, if you have to keep to Sahajoga, if you have to grow in Sahajoga. So one of the things I found out that English believe more in the style, what is your style? Say like a cocktail style, you can call it a dandy style, and punk style, and this style and that style. You have got tailcoat style, all sorts of styles. Yeah. And because too much of it in that atmosphere, too much. As soon as you see a house, they'll tell you, oh, this is Georgian, this is such and such, and this is neo, this and that. So, you see, it must go up to that style. It has to be that style, you see. And any house which is not to that style, then they'll say, oh, it's a compromise, it's a little fussy, or I don't know what all words they use to criticize it. So this is one thing we have to know, that styles cannot substitute the content. It cannot be a substitute. Style is so outward and so deceptive. It is so deceptive and so outward that it deceives us also. It deceives us also. Thank you. Like if we feel that we are a class or something, this class consciousness also quite a lot. If you start thinking we're a class, then one has to know that this is something very man-made stuff, to be a class. If you say I'm a class, that means it's all man-made. That's not the way the divine is. Divine doesn't have all these differentiations. You are a class, Sahajogi means in the content, within yourself, you have such powers that you can face yourself happily, and you enjoy yourself, you know yourself. That is what is a class in Sahaja. Not how you dress up or how you talk or you hold your fork and spoons. It's not the way. So this style that we think of is no substitute for the contents. Now this thing works out better with this outside culture that we have, that you should not express your feelings. You see, this is another nonsense they have taught us in this country, which is all nonsense, absolute nonsense. You should not express your feelings, and you should be poised, you see, and say somebody is dead. Somebody died in in our circle. And Mr. Shrivastava went there. Thank God I had no black sari, so I didn't go. But you must go in the black sari and black blouse and black everything and the black bangles. And I said, Baba, I don't have all these black things, so what to do? So I didn't go. I mean, what is there? A person is dead now. He doesn't see you, whether you play in black or red, you see. But one thing is there definitely, that if you wear something, see, whatever you wear, you express the inside, the content within you, that you're so sad and unhappy. And then he went and then there was a champagne for that. I mean, somebody is born, you have a champagne. Somebody dies, you have a champagne. I mean, anyway, so champagne has nothing to do with the style. They can have at any time. But the style was you must wear black, everything black. I said, this is too much. I mean, at the most one could have some strip of black, you see, to suggest. But what is there to suggest if somebody is dead? I mean, you do feel inside. And he was looking very sick. My husband was looking very sick because he was feeling so sad, really, that he had lost a friend. I also cried. So they said, what's the matter? Are you not well? They were all laughing, joking. And the dead body was lying in the next room. So CP said, no, but such a friend. Oh, be poised. You have no poise, Mr. Shiva. And one lady had gone, whom she's also our common friend. She's from, I think, Ghana or someplace. And she started crying, you know. Naturally, I would have also cried. Thank God I didn't go. So they all criticized her. This is not proper. She should not have done all these things and all. So all these ideas, you see, every country has some sort of a conditioning, and we must realize what our conditionings are. Then we are all right, because we have to break all our conditionings in every country. The best thing about Sahajogis is that once they become a Sahajogi, they see the problems of their own country. This is the best thing we have. And they laugh at the people who are there. But still we must know there might be some subtle things lying within us, because from this case of Govind now you can see clearly. You see, he had a style, always had a style for everything. For puja he'll have a style, this thing he'll have a style, that thing he'll have a style. So I used to little bit doubt him, you know. I said, why so much worried about his style? How? For small things, even if he'll wear a Indian dress, he will think of a style. What style it is? That's it. You see, we don't have any styles. This we have been wearing from ages. Now what style can we have? We don't have Georgian, this, that style at all. It's only one style is kurta. That's all. So, like that, you see, he was more worried about the style he would put up. And that's what I'm saying. That we have to understand that style cannot substitute your content. Be careful. So now, not to express your feelings, you shouldn't laugh. You should sit like a monk. We don't want monks here, all right? You have to really laugh aloud and enjoy and show your expression of your enjoyment. If you cannot laugh it out, if you do not know how to enjoy your spirit, you are not a Sahajogi, finished. That's all. If you are a Sahajogi, then you should be able to enjoy everything. Every small thing you should enjoy. Once we climbed a hill to go to a temple to see. It was an old temple. We went to see that, and we had to climb quite a lot. My son-in-law, my daughter, they were exhausted. But I was enjoying everything. I didn't feel anything. I went up, and then we all laid down there in one of the outer side of the temples. And he said, I'm fed up with this. My son-in-law said, it's too much to climb. I said, now watch these elephants. See, these elephants are so nicely done. Everybody has a different type of a tail. He said, Mommy, how can you see tails at this time when I'm so exhausted? I said, that's why I don't get exhausted. But you can see the tails. There are different types. I said, just now I cannot. I said, you start seeing them, you forget it. And really it happens. So one thing is, we are not anymore English or UK Sahajogis. We are Sahajogis of the God's kingdom. And we know what is the truth. We are not going to make ourselves miserable for nothing at all, because some of our great-grandfathers have told us stupid things like this, that you have not to express your feelings. But it was not so bad, I must tell you, when I first came, when I gave realization to Douglas. If you see, he'll remember. You see, he lost all balance, he just picked me up and put me up like that. And I felt that English have improved a lot. But all Gregor was saying, he got nervous. He said, put it down, put it down. So it was so simple, so spontaneous, so natural. That is what we should understand. Are we natural? Are we spontaneous? Do we laugh aloud? Do we talk in a very open mind? To be open-hearted is wrong according to the old stupid traditions, what you must have had. It's wrong, absolutely wrong, I tell you. So this is one of the things we must cut out, that we have no other styles but Sahaja Yoga style is to laugh, to talk, to embrace everyone and to be joyous. That's what we are. Because we know the knowledge. We are Gnostics. We are not stupid blind people who would wear their black hats to go to church and sit over all the tombs there. We know such a lot. So this is first thing, that we have no styles. No styles of any kind. Now some Sahajogis went abroad, got married from UK, and I have complaints about them, that they think they have become ladies and ladas. I said, ladies and ladas, they had no jobs here. How have they become ladies? I said, they have. Now they want to wear a kind of a hat, and they want to wear this kind of thing, and some of them have become hippies. I said, hippies, why? I can't understand. And they don't want to talk to anyone, and they have a stiff upper lip. All English styles, you see. I said, I hope they are not wearing tailcoats, borrowed from this Moss Bros. So, it was very sad, because they would not go to any collective programs, they would not, because, they have become now Sahabs, you see. In India, they are called as Sahabs. In India, if somebody tries to show too much style, or tries to show that he's some class, now he's become a Sahab, you see, he's become a Sahab. Sahab means it's condemnation. In India, it is condemnation. But that's what it is. You see, it's come from English only. Because English would talk like that, you see, sometimes in such a manner that, he might be just a butler somewhere, but he would talk with such a big airs about it. But you're not that. So we've been thinking, why? Why is it that the English cannot open their hearts? After you live on the heart of the whole universe. If you don't open your hearts, who else is going to open their hearts? There's no need to be vivacious, you see, talking like this, talking like that. It's not needed. I'm not saying that. That please understand. But I'm saying in a proper, dignified manner, you have to laugh, you have to joke, you have to enjoy. Because there's no joy inside. That's why it is so. Is it not? Or is there joy? And still you think, if I laugh too much, what will people say? So this is one thing one has to understand, that all these artificialities are all stupid artificialities that were there. Like at the time, you go to this, one of the Queen's parties. I must tell you about it because I've been to all this nonsense. And there are people who come in there, of course, this Moss Bros business again, they come in their tailcoats. And some get very tight ones and some get very loose ones. The tight ones walk with such a funny gait, you don't know what to do. You feel like laughing all the time. They look like jokers, I tell you. Very nice, dignified people look like jokers. And the others who are loose ones walk like Charlie Chaplin. And I can never make them out. I tell you, I told CP, is he the same? Yeah, he's the same. Why? I can't make him out. He's looking so different, like Charlie Chaplin. Might be Charlie Chaplin might have been to one of such parties, I'm sure, the way he had his dress made. Because this is absolutely there, I tell you. And then they must have the tea, sit down, this, that nonsense, you see. What I'm saying, that all this trickles down to us from a man-made nonsensical idea. We are sitting in the kingdom of God. So we are not going to do all these things. We are not going to indulge into all such nonsensical things, because it gives such an artificial superiority and cuts you off from the rest of the world. So I have to really tell you that in this, whatever has happened, you see that the kind of a artificiality that was built up, the reality had to give up. You see, it couldn't bear any more of that artificiality. It was too much. I've tried to find out why this difference. Like I've seen Jeremy and Robert. They have become real Italians, I tell you. So once we had gone for shopping, and then we said, let's have some ice cream. Guido is very good at taking me to ice cream shops because I never eat otherwise. So we are there, and suddenly we heard a big laughter coming. I said, looks like some Sajog is coming this side. It was Baba, Mama and these two coming down to the same shop and laughing so loudly that even the Italians were looking at them, that who are these greater Italians who have come here? Three of them laughing and laughing. And they very quick saw us and they got a fright. Because I said, I'm so happy to hear your laughter all the way you came here, and everybody was looking at you. Because both of them know Italian language. They know another language. There's another thing with us is that we don't want to learn any other language. Everyone will have to jolly well learn English language, otherwise we think they're all stupid fools. And we make fun of them. I've seen so many films here, they show so many little dramas, sometimes some sort of series coming, where they show a French speaking English in a funny way, or a German speaking in a funny way. And also I think English can speak in quite a funny way. To me, sometimes it's impossible. Like today, the ticket collector, I don't know what language he spoke, but I didn't understand what he was talking. He was trying to be nice, you see. But I was looking at him, I was about to ask, now what, Oxford English or is it Cambridge English? I don't understand. That's how. So what I'm saying, that language is just for communication. But in the communication, if there's no love, if there's no genuineness, if there's no feeling, concern, why do we want to communicate with anyone? Just a lip service, no good. So now we are not only part and parcel of this world, but of the whole. And then everything circulates through you once you get up this, give up this insular feeling. But insulation is there, very much insulation in the character, maybe because of England being an island. Except, as I was telling today to David, that except for attacking other people and going into up to even China, up to Australia, otherwise they are insulated. So we must learn to watch ourselves. We must learn what is coming to us from our forefathers. This is the inheritance we have got. So suddenly we become lords, suddenly we become ladies, suddenly we become some sort of an English duke. In India they made a lot of fun. You must have seen the duke's nose, they have got it, even the name to one projection of a mountain, they call it, this is a duke's nose, because some duke must have gone with a nose like that. So we must learn to make fun of ourselves. Then all these things will disappear. And must understand that we are much higher people than this limited thing. It's no good. And if we are following these old people, then we can become bhutish with them, because they were quite bhoots. You can see them, they were quite bhoots the way they did certain things. And now they are dead and gone. We are newly born, special people. We are flowers. And we should be fragrant. And this is what happened with Gavin, is that he's gone down too much, and this Valerie is a character which is another horrible one. I just don't know what to say about her. Less said the better. I mean, I've never seen such a person writing such a horrible thing. I've never heard that such books are written for general reading. I mean, in India, I mean, out of question, even one sentence like that won't be permitted. Something that's nauseating, absolutely nauseating. I couldn't read, of course, I'm sorry to say, but whatever I heard about it and whatever few lines they read it, I said, Baba, stop it, stop it, stop it. I don't want to vomit. So just to have a style and this and that, it is not all right. We are the spirit. And the spirit is the light all around us. All around our auras, there are people walking with a special type of personality. What do we need style for? Who has better style than ours? Make our own styles. We are the makers of styles. So to conform to some sort of a nonsensical idea and to secede yourself, so to separate yourself, to cut yourself from the collective is nonsensical. Now this time those who are going to India, I have to tell you one thing, that you must get mixed up with people. We will not have any camp which will have only English or this. And it's a very common feeling. We must face it. It's a very common feeling because now I'm in England, so I'm also English. But I don't have this feeling in me. But I've seen Indians when they live here, they become like this. I went to a place called Mar del Plata in Argentina. It's a very beautiful place, very beautiful colony of people. So I said, who are these people living here? They said, all Spanish, Italians, this, that. And English? I said, no, English have a separate colony of theirs. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow we have a separate colony of the English Indians. Could be. They say in Sanskrit, Sangati Sangadoshena, means if you live with somebody, become like that. So we might have some dukes and duchesses in the Indian community also, possibly tomorrow if they live here. See? Quite possible. This is such a atmosphere, charged. We are something special. And it shows so clearly when they go to another country. It creates problems. They cannot mix up with people. They cannot talk to others. All the time, they think they are like some media people trying to criticize. The whole attitude is that we have to get mixed up with the whole ocean of surgeries. Instead of that, if you behave like that, people think they are sort of criticizing us. That's why I've said many times that we cannot use the word I like or I believe. No, not to use. Because that is how you despise others. I don't like this. I don't like that. You may not even have half of this in the house, your own. But they will say like that. You may not have food in the house to eat, but when they go to somebody's house, they say, I don't like this food. That we don't have to have. All these things I have seen in him, and that's what I'm telling you. Of course, there are many books to read, and one good quality about English is that they are scholarly. They have scholarship, they read a lot, they know a lot. Ordinary person will also know. Also, it being a very small country, they know about little places. You go anywhere, they know this glass is from Darlington, this is from here, that is from there. The Indians would know anything. If you ask them for this sari comes from where? Men especially, women may tell. Women will say, I don't know, must be from India. Is it, or is it from Kenya? They know about birds, about from where they come. But all these things, you see, this knowledge sometimes can make us over-nationalistic, being the British. Can come. Be careful on that point, to say we are the British. We are not. We are not Indians, we are not British, we are nothing. We are Gnostics, we are the ones who know, we are yogis. Because this is such an artificial ego in our head, and that has made people hate us, while we are here to love the whole world. So, our beauty lies in how much we love others. We must face ourselves. How much do we love others? How much do we care for others? How much do we enjoy others? How do I feel when I face another surgery? When I see you, the ripple of joy becomes like a thunder to me. I mean, I don't know where I stand. Sometimes I feel I might just raise myself up in the air. That is the content within us of our spirit, not all these artificial things. They can never give us joy. They cannot give joy to anybody else. We have to be very simple people. Simple doesn't mean that you should just wear some little few clothes. It doesn't mean that. Simple means from your heart. For small, small things, you should feel happy. Simple things should make you happy. And that is how we'll get closer to each other. Because this world has to be one. Now when it will be 1 euro, what's going to happen to English, I don't know. I'll have to jump in the sea, I think. That's the way they will be engrossed by all these people, because they are, in a way, in English way, they are aggressive people, because if an Italian is there, he'll just walk into your house and say, what have you got for today's dinner? Say, quite possible. And you say, what's this? It's very unmannerly to walk in my house. Why do you have a house? Even a rat cannot walk into that house. You polish your brass, you do all your cleaning, sweeping, so for whom? There's not even a rat in the house to come and see it. What's the use of doing all this? Live like pigs, then better is that, not to waste energy, because there's not even a pig to come and see you. All right, the climate is such, we can't leave the doors open, all right, but hearts can be open. I have had lots of experiences of this myself, but in Sahaja Yoga, if it crawls up, then I don't think our Sahaja Yoga can prosper, or people can have that content. The quality of Sahaja Yoga should be within us. How many people we can give realization? How many people we can talk to? How much do we know about Sahaja Yoga? How much we have mastered it? How many people we can get into Sahaja Yoga? Can we? It's the circulation of the heart that is important. And if you cannot circulate, why are you living on the heart? This is the country of heart, where Shiva lives, where he is pulsating in everything. It's pulsating in everything. And there where you are there, then what you should do? Circulation. How much you can circulate, articulate with people, rapport, understanding. Everywhere there's joy. Everywhere there's understanding. Such oceans of depths people have. But we must know how to penetrate into it. But if you want to have the pearls, you have to dive down. But if you want to live with a straw, it is hanging there on the surface. Live with it. We have come to Sahaja Yoga to become great people. We've been British, all right, finished now. Done. But now we had a second birth. We have entered into the kingdom of God. Now we are here to become great people, great monarchs. And these styles and all this have come from these so-called monarchs and kings, and horrible people they were. You know that. They told me that Queen Elizabeth, the first one, had a kind of a funny patch here. They don't know even if she was a man or a woman or whatever it is, whatever she was, man or a woman or a person. This was the thing. She had a patch here. That's why she made this kind of a collar for her, which was standing there. And everybody had to wear that. And then they said about Victoria also, said I don't want to say anything against her because I have great respect for her. But they said she developed a hump on the back, so she developed these Victorian skirts. So also you can see that hippism started in England. Punkism started in England. Wherein the punks, they're mad. And when I went to an exhibition in Rome, beautiful exhibition it was. We were passing from one country to another country to another country. And there I thought of England because I've become English, as I told you. I said, where's UK? I said, it's there. There were about 6, 7 boys mostly from Italy, and 3, 4 girls laughing. I said, what's happening there? What's the matter? Why are they laughing at the English when the English laugh at everyone? And you know what was that? It was a punk shop. That's the only thing they had for exhibition. Believe me. Holy pants, holy, Holy. Holy pants, and they had these, what you call them? What you call, I don't know, that we call it turra in Hindi language, that kind of thing. And all that they were selling there. And they said it's all genuine from England. And all of these Italians were laughing. So I asked Rabia, why are they laughing at these British? He said, Mother, we have a sense of ridicule. We have a great sense of ridicule. While these people are thinking, oh, what? So what? What's wrong? If I cut my nose, what's wrong? So ultimately we end up into this kind of a stupidity, as you know, that a person who has this kind of an ego becomes an idiot. And there are many things that you can see clearly how we thought that we were something great and how people befooled us. There's a great writer in Hindi language called as Premchand. I must tell you a story, it's very interesting. We had English in India and we knew how to befool them, I must tell you frankly. And there were two Englishmen going in Banaras street. And mostly in Banaras they have their WCs on top in the open, you see, they sit there. And they had we carry our jar, lota, they call it lota, with the water. Somebody put the lota there, and suddenly, with some sort of a thing, it fell down. And it just fell down. Are you recording me? Hello? No, don't record this. You want to record it. Only for English, all right. But don't give it to anybody else. So the lota, fell down. And fell down, he describes, fell on the feet of those where many Indians go and put their heads. So I said, what that must be? They were the feet of two Englishmen. And then the Englishmen got angry because, you see, according to their country's law, nothing can be hurt. And they took the lota, they said, we are taking you to the police now. This has hurt us so much. So, you see, the man who was upstairs, came running. Sir, sorry. He said, nothing doing. We are going to take you to the police. It has hurt us. You had no business to keep a lota there, that it fell on our feet. In India, nobody compensates. But if an Englishman comes and says, all right, they'll say, Baba, it's all right, what to do? So there was one fellow who thought of a trick. So he knew English. He said, see, you can take them to police. At the most, police will fine them a little bit. But do you know this lota? He said, what? This lota belonged to Akbar. Akbar used to carry this lota with him. So instead of taking them, if you ask for this lota, it will be a good idea. It's an antique piece, you see. It will be good for you. Akbar the Great, used to take this. And he told in Hindi language to them that I have befooled them and I have told them this belonged to Akbar, and you just say that we don't want to give this lota, you can take us to police. So they said, now, all right, if you give us this lota, then we'll forgive you. So these people said, no, we don't want to give this lota. Why? Because it belonged to Akbar. How can we give such a lota? You see, he was our forefather. We can't give his lota to you. So the English said, all right, then are you willing to come to police? Yes, we are willing to come to police, but we can't give you this lota. So they paid a lot of money for the lota and bought it. And they were very proud, you see. And they took that lota and they must have put it in some frame, you see, to say that this is the lota was carried by Akbar. So this is how it is. So first we must have respect for other cultures, other things and other people and other countries and try to see what they have good about them. Otherwise nothing will penetrate into you. And you'll be left high and dry all your life. There's so many nice things in this world. Say you go to Italy, see the beautiful work they do, the furniture they make, things they make. Once they come to England, I don't know what's going to happen to us. We had lots of beautiful art and we had talents, but all finished now. Nobody is having that. And when they come here, what is going to happen? In machinery, when the Germans come here, they'll finish us off. So we have to realize that these outside things and thinking that we are something great is not greatness. Greatness is within yourself, within your heart. And it is so much evident here that it's really shocking. As a reaction to all that formalities and all that, people might have taken to say very casual dresses, all right. But that's not the way, because from inside it has to. All these ideas have to be washed off completely, cleaned off. We have to know that we are the ones we have to give light of the Spirit to the whole world. How can we cover and cloud ourselves with all these funny ideas? And that's why so many you have asked me questions about Gawain. Only thing I have to say that to this extent only an Englishman can go, because he can forgive himself. To this extent nobody else can go. Nobody has done like this. No one has done like this. We had so many people removed from Sahaja Yoga, you know that very well. But the way he has gone down and the way he was with us for the last 14 years is surprising. And I understand that people ask me questions, I understand why it is happening. But be careful. Let us not be lost with these foolish, stupid ideas we had. And let us be something great. Let us be within ourselves, see for ourselves. No amount of arrogance, no amount of artificiality is going to give us any special personality, except that we realize what we are. And what we know what we are, we enjoy ourselves. We never get bored. We enjoy ourselves. Never get bored. So, at the beginning of the program, I have to say that I have seen the Sahaja Yogis, if they want to be good, they can be really very good in England, because the quality of intelligence is much better, perhaps. Also, their scholarship is very good. But when they fall also very fast and go down very much. So on what we have to depend is to our step where we are standing and what step we are going to take further. For example, meditating. Dr. Brian Wells told me that people don't want to meditate in the ashram. Now, meditation is very important. It's the only way we can grow. Now, all right, people used to get up, say, about 10 o'clock before. But you don't get drunk. Why should you get up at 10 o'clock? You have to get up in the morning. You have to look after yourself. Means you have to look after your spirit. And that's what we have to achieve. And I know if you all decide, you can do it very well. Among yourselves is better understanding. But when it comes to others, it seems there's some sort of a communication gap. We should not be. If the Germans could be that gentle and so sweet, you've seen the German people who are Sahaja Yogis? Even to touch a flower is easier than to touch a German, I tell you. They have become so gentle. Because they have learned a lesson. And I asked a German, what's the matter with English? Why haven't they learned a lesson? He answered me back, which is a very important thing to know. They have never lost a war, mother. They have to lose one war, they'll be all right. So, the gentleness, which is not outward, which is not just a lip service, but from within. How can I hurt someone? I mean, I had to put myself into a frame of mind to talk to you like this. And I didn't know how many flowers I should weave around my words so that it should not hurt you. And even then, you see, the back of my mind there's a kind of a sadness because I love you so much. And it shows that I've stayed with you the most of the time. You are especially privileged. But that should give you greater humility. Because whatever are my qualities, they should be much more in you. Be shown to people that they should, oh, English we can make out. Like mother to look at. They are like mother to behave. They are just like mother. Let me hear that. All right? It's a promise to me. Is it all right? On an Ashtami day, let us finish all these negativities and let us become that special type of people who are worshipped all over. All right? May God bless you.